Hi, I'm Christine Kleiber, and I am the lead for the Mary Martha Guild, one of our apostolates for worship here within the Basilica St. Mary Parish.
Thanks, Christine, for being here. So can you please share with me what your apostolate is about?
So the Basilica's Mary Martha Guild is about evangelization through beauty. Our primary responsibility is to take care of the liturgical environment within the Basilica. That means that we are designing the beauty, the installation of flowers and other displays throughout the year in harmony with the liturgical calendar. It's a really interesting apostolate because it's never the same. It's constantly changing with the seasons. It's constantly changing with the calendar. It's always an opportunity to take a look outside and see what's happening outside in the seasons and marry it up with the liturgical year and how our prayer life is developed. It is an opportunity to engage the parish in deeper prayer. When someone comes to the parish and they're looking for either their experience of the Mass or their private prayer and adoration, the environment in which they do that brings them deeper into their experience of prayer. And so it's our gift to the parish, those of us in the apostolate, to be able to help others in service to their prayer and their worship.
Well, that's beautiful. And you do add a lot of great beauty, because I've noticed, obviously, especially around Easter and Christmas, what you all add with your apostolate. So how has belonging to it increased your faith life?
Well, it is a service apostolate, and for me, in a particular way, I actually am one of the many people that actually takes a turn in ministering to the flowers and the displays in there. So it's an opportunity to be alone within the church, oftentimes, although sometimes there are others in the church when we're working, and to just reflect on the importance and the relationship between what we've actually installed in the church and what the intended meaning is and what the impact is to those who are there. For me, in particular, I work with our vendor. We use an outside florist to do the majority of our work. I work with them to actually choose the designs that we're going to use. And so for me, it's been an opportunity to deepen my intellectual understanding of the church's liturgical calendar and some of the various feast days that we celebrate and solemnities, and how we can actually use God's natural gifts around us to create particular images. My favorite is to actually work on some of our harder things where we are in seasons of penance or of some sort of interior repentance and reflection. We like to use things like thistles that are a little bit thorny, or gravalia, which has like a bit of a sword thorny edge to it. So you'll see little things in the designs throughout the church that kind of speak to different moments of reflection as appropriate to the season. And of course, there's also other opposite seasons where, we have the great solemnities of Easter and Christmas, and we use lots of gold and white and celebrate all the things that point us to heaven.
Oh, that's great and beautiful. So last question is, when do you all meet and what happens during the meetings? And something tells me that part of your meetings take place like during the actual beautifying, but just tell me a little bit more about that so people can understand, and maybe if they're interested, even be part of this.
Sure. So we basically meet once a month on the second Wednesday of the month here in the parish conference room. And we basically sync up to all of our plans that we have for the upcoming season, usually about another 30, 60, 90 days ahead, depending on where we are within the liturgical year. But within that, we actually have a schedule of everyone who either is meeting the florist to help with deliveries or the ongoing everyday maintenance of the flowers. So that's coming in and watering, sometimes repurposing flowers. We also do a lot of collaboration with the sacristans and the sanctuary society to make sure that we have fresh linens appropriate to the season, and that the votive candles and other displays within the church are all synced up. We also have a little bit of work where we have funerals and also weddings that come in, which are additional liturgies. So they are in some ways, from a business model, our customers. So we need to, in a very special way, work with them to help integrate their needs into that. So we're constantly working, and is a good way to put it, in our apostolate. We all have different roles, but then we do sync up once a month on Wednesdays, the second Wednesday, to make sure we're all in harmony on where we're going. Right now, we have about a dozen people that work with us in the Mary Martha Guild, and we are actually looking to grow our community of people who care for our parish in this very special way. So on Saturday, March 8th, which is just around the corner, right after the morning mass on Saturday morning, so it would be about 9:15 or so, we are having an interest meeting over in the Lyceum auditorium. So anyone who's interested in joining the Apostolate can certainly come see what we're all about. We can tell you a little bit more. We look forward to seeing you. Thank you.